She always used to tell me I was too controlling. It's funny, right? Because the questions I asked weren't accusations. They weren't born from jealousy or suspicion. They were simple, everyday things. Hey, where are you heading? What time do you think you'll be back? Just checking in. Is everything okay? To me, that was just ... caring. It was how I showed I was thinking about her, that her safety and well-being mattered to me. But to her, it was a cage. She saw it as me trying to monitor her every move. I remember the day it all came to a head. It wasn't a huge fight, more like a sudden, sharp explosion of frustration from her side. We were just talking about her plans for the evening, and I asked who she was going with. Her face just tightened. "You don't own me," she snapped, her voice cold and sharp. "Stop trying to monitor my life." The words hit me harder than I expected. Was that really how she saw it? Me, as some kind of warden. The last thing I ever wanted was to make her feel trapped. So, I made a decision right then and there. If my questions were the problem, I would stop asking them. I would give her the space she said she needed. I backed off completely. No more, "Where are you going?" No more, "Text me when you get home." No more asking anything at all. I figured, if this is what she needs to feel trusted and free, then that's what I'll do. I love her, and I wanted her to be happy. The first few days were strange. My thumbs would hover over the keypad, muscle memory wanting to type out a "How was your day?" text, but I'd force myself to put the phone down. The silence felt unnatural, like a missing piece of our daily rhythm. But I noticed a change in her. She seemed lighter, happier. She'd come home with stories about her nights out, stories I was no longer a part of planning or asking about. It hurt, but I told myself this was for the best. This was growth. This was trust. But as days turned into weeks, that initial happiness she showed started to look different to me. The late nights became more frequent. My texts would go unanswered for hours, sometimes until the next morning. When I'd see her, she was always busy, always tired, always had a reason why she couldn't talk or spend time together. The space I had given her was becoming a chasm, and I felt her drifting further and further away. I tried to ignore the knot of anxiety tightening in my stomach. I told myself I was just being paranoid, that this was the freedom she wanted, and I had to respect it. Then came the phone call that changed everything. It was late, well past midnight. I saw her sister's name flash on my screen, and my heart immediately started pounding. Why would she be calling me so late? I answered, and her voice on the other end was choked with tears. "I think you should come to this address," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Please, just come. And don't tell her I was the one who called you." She sent me the location, a small restaurant bar on the other side of town. My mind was racing. A million worst-case scenarios flooded my thoughts. Was she hurt? Was she in trouble? The pit in my stomach grew with every red light I hit on the way there. The drive felt like an eternity. I was preparing myself for anything, an accident, an emergency. Anything but what I was about to see. I finally pulled up to the address. It was a cozy-looking place with dim, warm lights and tables set up on a patio outside. It looked normal, peaceful even. I got out of my car, my hands shaking slightly, and scanned the outdoor seating area, and that's when I saw her. My girlfriend. She was sitting at a corner table, bathed in the soft glow of a string of lights, and she was laughing. A full, genuine laugh that I hadn't heard in weeks. But she wasn't alone. Across the small table, a guy was leaning in, holding her hand. As I watched, frozen in place, he leaned across the table and kissed her, and she kissed him back. For a second, the world just stopped. The sounds of the city, the distant traffic, the chatter from other tables, it all faded into a dull roar. There was only that image burned into my mind, her laughing, holding hands, kissing someone else. It was like a scene from a movie, a nightmare you can't wake up from. Then her eyes flickered up from her little bubble of happiness and met mine across the patio. Her smile vanished instantly. It was like a mask dropping, replaced by pure, wide-eyed panic. She shot up from her chair, mumbling something to the guy, and rushed out to the sidewalk where I was standing. "What are you doing here?" she hissed, her voice a frantic whisper. "Why are you here? You're stalking me." The accusation was so absurd, so twisted, that I didn't even have the energy to be angry. The adrenaline, the fear, the anxiety, all just drained away, leaving me feeling hollow. I didn't yell. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't make a scene. I just looked at her, at the person I thought I knew, and the truth settled in with a quiet, devastating weight. "You're right," I said, my voice calm, almost detached. "I stopped asking questions. I stopped monitoring you." I paused, letting the words hang in the cold night air between us. And this is what happened. The panic in her eyes shifted to desperation. The excuses started pouring out. "He's just a friend. It didn't mean anything, I swear. We were just drinking." I wasn't thinking clearly. I've been so confused lately. It was a waterfall of justifications, each one feeling more hollow than the last. She was trying to patch up a sinking ship with paper towels. I just stood there, listening, not interrupting. When she finally ran out of words, I just shook my head slowly and walked away. I didn't look back. The next morning, she was at my door. Her eyes were red and swollen from crying. She was begging, pleading, promising it would never happen again, promising to change, promising everything and anything. But as I looked at her, the person I had loved so much, I realized something with absolute clarity. She didn't want freedom from my control. She didn't want space to be herself. She wanted options. She wanted the security of my love and the excitement of someone else's attention. She wanted to have her cake and eat it too. And now, she has all the options in the world. It's just not with me. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever been through something similar, you're not alone. Don't forget to hit that like button if this resonated with you, and subscribe for more stories. See you in the next one.